All right, it says I'm live now. Let's make sure that we are live and good. Are you following already? All right. We are Black Money Matters. All right, am I there? Yes, it looks like I'm there. Live. It's here. Hey there, testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3, check 1 2. All right, sound is good. Let's get the chat up. Oops, wrong screen. Get the chat up. Chat. All right. Why are you making noise? You should make noise. Alrighty. Let's check YouTube. Just making sure that I am online everywhere, folks. We're going to be starting very soon. I'm not going to be on for very long. So hang in there. If you don't know, you can check us out on facebook.com/happy for a change and also youtube.com/happy for a change. There I am live, looking good, looking good. All right. I think we are all set. You can close that. Close that. All right. Let me monitor the chat properly. Boop 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 doop. Ba da da ba ba. Boo do do da da ba da da do. Ba da 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 da. All right. Chat. Chat. There we go. Are you going to share the live feed in the group? The live feed, I should be going live to the group right now. So you don't have to share it. I'm going live to the group, Sam. I know you're checking up on me. Thank you for that. So just confirm that for me. I double checked, but we should be live in the group right now. Just want to make sure that if anybody writes me messages that I can see. So just logging in. We had some technical difficulties last time, so I want to make sure that this time I can see. All right. This is the same thing here. Simon, showing 0 still. If you're in the chat, if you could see me, type hi. I see hi from Samantha over on YouTube. I see a message for her over on Facebook, so thank you for that. Appreciate that. Oh, good. I see. Excellent. Excellent. All right. Well, it still says 0 people watching for me. So right now I have no idea how many people are watching. I know at least one person is watching. We'll see how that goes. All right. I'm just going to get a little bit more water. I'll be right back. Move the mouse. That's my reminder right there. Facebook user says, hi, he's waving. I don't see your name. I don't see nothing. Just says Facebook user. So I don't know who you are. I don't know your name, but thank you so much for watching. Hi there. I see your wave of a hand. I really appreciate that. Like knowing that you folks are watching. Feels real good. All right. Let me make sure that my keyboard's on the right screen. All right. Today's February 28th. It's time for an update for Black Money Matters. Oh my goodness. I am still as excited about this idea as I was when I first came up with it. Black Money Matters, in case you don't know, is my mission. It's a social experiment whose aim is to create Black millionaires in an instant by using crowdfunding and social media. right? We use the tools that we have every day, our cell phones, the internet, social media, and we use it for all kinds of stuff. And I say we can use it in order to create black millionaires. How? It's very simple. In case you don't know, oh, I have the signs right here. There we go. My mission is to create 3 black millionaires by February 28th. All right. And right now, in case you don't realize it, it's February 28th and no black millionaires yet. Okay. It was a long shot. I know it was a long shot to do it in a month. All right. A groundswell of virality. Okay. You can't bet on that. I know that. But I thought, given Black History Month, it gave us something to talk about, something to focus on. Yes, Black history is about looking back at Black history, but I also think it's about recognizing the future that Black people are heading into. So I want to create 3 black millionaires, and we do it by step 1, connect 1 million people. Step 2, choose a person. And step 3, we each send them $2, right? It can be anywhere between $1 and $5. And we send it to them and make them a millionaire. Now, let me ask you this. If we do this, right? If you get 1 million people to choose a person and send them $2, does that make them a millionaire? And if they're black, does that make them a black millionaire? Facts. So yeah. There we go. This was the ambitious plan for the 28th. If I can figure out how to do this without messing up. To create 3 black millionaires by February 28th. Unfortunately, here we are, February 28th. No black millionaires. So I want to tell you my experience with how it went and what I learned and what we can expect moving forward for Black Money Matters. Because there is a moving forward. I don't know if you thought it was just going to end on February 28th and the story, but we are going to move forward. We were able to get, I think we were at almost 100 members in the group, 100 members, 100 people who signed up, who demonstrated their interest in Black Money Matters. And first, I got to just say, thank you so much for joining the group. Thank you so much for giving me your attention, your energy, your support. I really appreciate that. It helps me feel motivated. Honestly, I'm very happy for every single person, even if it's just 100. I think that's 100 more than I had when I started, and I really appreciate it. So thank you for joining the group. Thank you for sharing it if you did. If you haven't shared it, share it with other people because it's not going away. We're going to create 3 black millionaires. I want to tell you why. Why does it matter to create 3 black millionaires? And this is like one of the first things I ran into when pitching this idea to the world, which was, I guess, in some ways surprising, not overly surprising, but what is this? Auto shut off. That shows you how long I've been sitting here. All right, let's start over. Creating 3 black millionaires. It was a very interesting experience. Putting it out there into the world, one of the first reactions that I would get is, why a black millionaire? Why? This is racist. This is a racist idea. Why a black millionaire? And honestly, I get it. Like, my initial idea for this whole making millionaire principle, this whole making millionaire phenomenon was not for black people. It's for everyone, right? It was an all lives matter thing. But when the Black Lives Matter protests happened, I realized, hey, there's like a specific need that can be served here. There's a specific need. So I call it Black Money Matters because it's for black people. We want to create a black millionaires because black people are creating millionaires, right? If white people want to get involved, white people can get involved. I've talked to a lot of white people who were like, hey, I'd love to participate in making black millionaires. But it's black people making other black people millionaires. Why that's racist? It's racial. I'll give you that. It's racial. I'll give you that. But why is it racist? I don't know. So some people, they get their haunches up. They get the hairs on the back of their neck. They start baring their teeth. Black. Why does it have to be a black thing? Everybody matters. Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. So one of the challenges that I faced was calling it a black thing. But the reason I'm doing it a black thing is to just the black need. Now, I mentioned that I was inspired by the protests that were the results of the George Floyd death. And the protests that followed were about police brutality. It was about dealing with the violence from police with black people. And I get that. My idea doesn't directly address police violence. That's not what this is for, but it was inspired by that. Now, one of my principles that I go by, and with Happy for a Change, I'm going to be talking about this more as the weeks go forward, is a principle called upstreaming. And that's where, when you're looking for a solution, what you want to do is to go as far upstream as you can to find the source of the problem, the true source of the problem. And that's a little tricky. It's a little difficult. It's a little more difficult than you can imagine, because you might think, the source of the problem with police brutality is the police are racist, or that the police have been militarized, or there's just jackasses who are police officers who want to beat up on people and hurt them and kill them, all right, whether they're black or whatever. And that might be one level of the solution. That might be one level of the source of the problem. But if we go up further, we recognize that it's a systemic issue. And if we're talking about a systemic issue, which is something that I hear coming up a lot in this conversation about black people, if it's a systemic issue, then any component within the system can't be the source of the problem. Right? If it's a systemic issue, the source isn't any one thing in the system. It's the entire system. It's the structure of the system. Now, I go upstream even further than that, right? It's very natural to look at the system as it is and go, this is the source of the problem, systemic issue. But then you have to ask yourself, well, how did we get this system to begin with? Like, why is this system here? And you might say, oh, it's because the old white men in the past put the system in place 200 years ago, and so 300 years ago, so now we're living with the consequence of this. Well, the system has been transformed in dramatic ways since the founding of the country, since the founding of the initial system. And yet these changes haven't occurred in all these different areas. Well, why is that? I think that at the root of every issue, virtually every social issue, if not every issue in the whole world, is money. It's finance. It's the economy. It's when the money comes in and it distorts the system, because money is a physical representation of value. It's an energetic store of value. And wherever we send that money, we'll get our value. And when it gets that money, that energy, that value, it's able to do more. And so with representative government, for example, with a government where you elect someone and they go into office and then you don't really know what they're doing, money talks. Money is what's driving those actions. And so why are the police funded the way they are? Why do they look like they're being militarized? Why, are they being paid so little, or too much, depending on how you look at it? It's because of money. It's because of the flow of money. So I believe the root of the issue is money. Unless we start changing the way money flows in our society, I think that it doesn't matter who you elect, doesn't matter who's in government, doesn't matter what policies are in place, the flow of money will reshape what's going on and create outcomes that we may or may not prefer. So we have to start changing the way we flow money. Now, does Black Money Matters change the way money flows for the entire system? No. Okay? Because just the flow of money is still not the true root of the problem. It's an approximate answer, but it's not the true root of the problem. The true root of the problem is within. It looks like the problem is without. It looks like the problem is without, but the problem is within. The problem is people's willingness to ignore problems, people's willingness to ignore the suffering of others, people's willingness to delegate their responsibility to other people who may not have our best interests at heart. It's our willingness to do this. And why are we willing to do this? It's because when you're living in a world where you're struggling paycheck to paycheck, where you're dealing with stress, where the future seems uncertain, you don't have the bandwidth to care about other things other than your own survival, right? You don't have any bandwidth to think about other things in your own survival. You don't have time for innovation and creative ideas and different types of solutions. You're just trying to pay your bills. You're just trying to survive. And with that mindset, locked into that mindset of that survival mindset, it's very difficult for the average person to be able to change things, to get the energy, to have the time, the interest to change things. I want to change the mindset, the heart, what's happening within a human being. I want to create a sense of optimism and hope and an excitement about what can be done in an easy way. Right? Changing government isn't easy. I don't know about you, but it doesn't seem like changing the police doesn't seem like an easy thing to do. It seems like a challenge, and some people are really, really willing to engage with that challenge. But other people, not so much. I think the vast majority of people, they just hear the problem. The more you describe the problem, the more they're like, So I'm not describing the problem. I'm describing a behavior that I want to change that could spark within people this feeling of, oh, if you can create a millionaire that easily, what else could you do with a tap of a button, right? If I could get excited about making a black millionaire as opposed to being feeling powerless and impotent in the face of police brutality or the suffering of black people or anything like that, right? When you hear that negativity, it brings you down. It doesn't matter how justified it is. It can bring you down. It depletes your energy. Some people get fired up, but most people, they just want to ignore it and move on to something else. But I'm giving them the black topic. I'm bringing up the black conversation in a way that makes it that you want to talk about it, that you want to hear about it. You want to hear about the topic of black community and what's going on and what do they need, without the prism, without necessarily having the prism of how bad white people are. Right? How bad the thing is, how much slavery hangs over everybody's head, how the white supremacists are ruling everything. You know, all that stuff, true or not true, doesn't inspire people towards action. It doesn't. If describing how bad the problem was enough to get people to react, we are living in times where the level of the problem is so absurd that it's got to be some level of global mental illness, national mental illness that is preventing us from moving forward, all right? And so we're not going to unlock that door with a key that says, look how bad everything is, look how bad everything is. We're going to unlock that door with a key that says, look at what we can do, look how exciting this is. That's why I want to create black millionaires. One of the things I was worried about when the Black Lives Matter protests happened, 20 million people plus hit the streets during a pandemic. It was absolutely incredible. Never before seen. And I thought, you know what? Normally when there's a black shooting and there's upheaval and all that stuff, I set my clock. I set a timer for how long it's going to be before we are not talking about this at all. Like, when's the last time we talked about Trayvon Martin in mainstream? At all, right? These things happen. People get outraged for a week or two, a month. Maybe it becomes a little factoid that people bring up, but it's no longer a part of the conversation. I don't know about you. I'm not plugged into the world. I don't know how people are feeling, but when I'm looking online, when I'm listening to the conversations, and when I'm watching the news, there isn't much talk at all about Black Lives Matter or black people or the black community beyond just the political machinations in order to get people's votes. There's nothing going on. Like, what's the policy that's coming down the pike, right? Joe Biden's been president for a month now. What's the policy coming down the pike? What's going on? And I set my timer and I was like, this time, 2020, this time it's not going to go away. This time there's so many millions of people who are up in arms, who are in the streets, who are online. There's no way it's going to just fade away. Something has to be done. And yet, in the back of my mind, I thought, no, the illness is way deeper than that. And we're going to forget about this in a month, 2 months, 6 months, a year from now. Definitely, it's not going to be a major topic of conversation. And here we are, February 28th, 2021. And how much talk is there of what's happening with the black people in the black community? How much talk is there? When the bad things happen, it doesn't stay in the news for very long. It's used as a tool for people who want to gain attention and power, and then it goes away. And then where's the change happening? Change is only going to happen if we inspire people in order to act, right? Inspire people in order to act. And you inspire them with an optimistic, positive, hopeful message, something exciting and fun. You don't inspire them with clubbing them overhead, telling them how bad they are, proclaiming how heavy the system is and that everybody's buried under a mountain of dirt. True as it may be, it's not going to change anything. So I wanted to create Black Millionaires in order to keep black people, the black community, in the conversation. That's what I want. I want every week, every month that goes by, people go, oh, you turn on the financial news, you hear, hey, Bitcoin is up, oh, Bitcoin is up, oh, Bitcoin is up. And you might not give a crap about Bitcoin, but you're hearing about it all the time. Because every month that goes by, something interesting is happening with Bitcoin that fills people with optimism and excitement, and it makes them want to be interested in it. Well, we can create that Bitcoin effect for black people. Every week, another black millionaire, another week, a black millionaire, a month. At the end of the year, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 black millionaires. Look at how many black millionaires are created. How many more black millionaires are going to create next year? You better get into the black millionaire business because the black millionaire business is booming. People are getting a kick out of making black millionaires. That's what I want. I want the conversation to I want black people to be in the conversation so that we get to the solutions. This black millionaire thing is not just about making a black millionaire. It's about teaching people a behavior that is necessary in our society. Pay attention, recognize our own power, and use technology in a way that is constructive. I see Afra here commenting. Afra says, yes, you are speaking about the topic in a unique and refreshing way. Thank you. Afra, I really appreciate that. Thank you for saying that. Yes, unique and refreshing. Unique and refreshing. That's what I want. Now, one of the problems I faced with this unique and refreshing approach is that some people, they just don't get it. They just don't get it. You're so stuck in this old mindset that you just don't. Oh, let me change this. Yeah. We're just stuck in an old mindset that it's hard to recognize that there could be a new way. It's kind of like when electric vehicles were coming out and Tesla was creating those things. People were like, electric vehicle, so crazy. Now, it's you got to wait forever in order to get your electric vehicle. So many people want it. There's wait lists years long in order to get electric vehicles. At first people think it's totally absurd, and then people are totally on board with it. Unique and refreshing. When Steve Jobs created the iPad, when they announced the iPad and were launching the iPad, people were like, what the hell do you need a tablet for? We have a computer, we have laptops, we have our smartphones. We don't need a tablet for. Nobody's going to use a tablet. What's a tablet for? What's a tablet for? Because we didn't live in a world where there were any tablets. We didn't live in a world where we use them. And so you approach people with a unique and refreshing idea and people just don't get it. The day the iPad gets released, people start using it. Oh, there's no point. After a week or two, boom, everybody wants an iPad. You can't even get them anymore. Why? Because at first people don't get a unique and refreshing idea. They don't understand how much it can influence your society, how much it can change your life, how meaningful it could be. Because they have no place for it. They can't substitute this thing for that thing and make it make sense. So I'm providing you with a unique and refreshing perspective, and I provided it to the world, and some people totally get it, right on board. I get it. I get electric vehicles. I get an iPad. I totally understand. Black money matters. And then there's other people who are like, what's the point of this thing? And it sounds racist to me, and I don't want to get on board. And how can you do this? Look, folks, every day we do this. Every day, 1 million people are connected online in some way, whether it's a product, a service, a platform. By doing so, they're choosing that the owner of that company, right? The owner of that platform, that product, that service, they're choosing that person. And then they're sending them their money, making them millionaires. Every single day, we as a people do exactly this. I play this game called Polytopia on my smartphone. Polytopia is a really fun game. It's a strategy game. Elon Musk talked about it on Joe Rogan recently. Very fun game. It's a strategy game. And they came out with a new tribe. A new playable tribe thing that you have to buy in the game, and it's like $2 and it's like $2. And so it's like $2.79, but I think that's Canadian, US. I think it's like $2. And then you go into the game, $2. I buy it. That's $2 I just sent to Polytopia. 1 million people do that. Polytopia gets $1 million. Well, they get $2 million, but after taxes, they get $1 million. Have you ever purchased something in an app on your phone? This is what you did. If you and 1 million people did that, you just made them a millionaire. You buy a book. You buy a product. 1 million people do it. That's $1 million. Think about that. I mean, actually think about it. Every single moment of every single day, you are engaged in an economy that uses your energy, your attention, and your money in order to create millionaires and billionaires. That's a fact. All I'm saying is let's do it on purpose for a reason. Let's do it towards black people. And we can do it towards anybody we want. But I say right now, let's do it towards black people. Let's show a proof of concept. Let's show that it can be done. No, having one person become a black millionaire doesn't change the black community. But having a behavior of black people making members of their community millionaires, having that behavior instilled in the community will make that community powerful. Imagine, it's like having your own Dragon's Den, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, Kickstarter, all rolled into your own community. You realize all we need is people, these devices, to send our money to, and we can make 100 millionaires, 1,000 millionaires. You can make a billionaire if you wanted to. Think about that. If you're excited about this idea, even though it's not February 28th, even though here we are, February 28th, we haven't created our 3 black millionaires, don't think that it's going to be gone. And here's the other thing. This idea, it's going to get done. Black, white, everybody, Asian, I don't care what, women, like it's going to get done. People are going to learn this behavior. People are going to, either a company is going to get this done or people are going to learn this behavior. Going to learn, hey, if I have 5 million Twitter followers, I can make a millionaire. We can make a millionaire. If I have 2 million people subscribed to me on YouTube, I can make a million. We can make a million, just us. We could choose someone in our own community and make them millionaires. This behavior is going to happen. It's going to catch on. People are going to realize, hey, hang on a second. We can literally make anyone we want a millionaire. Someone pops up in the news. They need some help. Some heartfelt story that went viral. You don't have to just sit there and like it and, oh my God. You can make them a millionaire. And then once people realize 1 million, 100,000, 50,000, 10,000, 5,000, you're going to have whole ecosystems start learning, oh my God, we can bring value to our communities, but just by, oh, by the way, when you join our community, we have a $10,000 principle where we give $10,000 to a person in our community. Just thank you for being a part of the community. Facebook user here says, I think about it all the time. Just so you know, look, maybe if I go on Facebook, I'll see what your name is, at least your first name, because calling you Facebook user seems like a weird thing to do. Let's see the comments. Oh, let me mute my. All right, there's Afra. Okay, I can't see who the user is, but I think about it all the time. Move your cursor on screen. Okay, thank you. That's Sam. You know, I have a note here. It says mouse. I'm supposed to move my mouse, and I keep forgetting. Thank you for letting me know. So even though we didn't create 3 black millionaires, we are going to create black millionaires. The details of which, you know, we got to figure out some details, but, you know, who cares? If you're on board, just join the group. And if you're in the group, share it with someone else and tell them to join the group. It's so low effort. You join the group, and one day I'm going to say, hey, if we've reached our goal of 200,000 people, we need $5. And we make our first millionaire. Maybe $10 at 200,000. All right. Let me just check my notes here. I got a little bit more to say. All right. I want to let you know about my experience. So yeah, my experience was very interesting. Some people thought it was racist right off the bat. They were offended by the topic right off the bat just because it was a black thing. I get it. I try to communicate in my videos that I believe in all things, all lives matter and Black Lives Matter, except right now I want to do something for black people. So that was interesting. Second, you can't advertise this idea. You can't advertise anything related to Black Lives Matter on Facebook and different platforms. It's not advertiser friendly, which was a little surprise to me. You know, my thing is not Black Lives Matter, it's Black Money Matters. But if you're at all anyway connected to, I guess, black social things, I don't know. I couldn't pay for an ad, which is a huge, a major requirement in order to get the word out to do ads. So that was kind of a bummer. I wanted to do a Kickstarter, and I went through the whole steps to do a Kickstarter, completed the whole process, except that issue you can't put as a Kickstarter. And then I went through the process for ads, and then that issue you can't do for ads. I mean, holy crap. I even had somebody in the Black Money Matters group who said, I think that her Black Money Matters Facebook group or page got taken down or something, or banned. I don't know. It was a little bit of a bummer for that to happen because I was really relying on ads in order to get the word out. But there we go. Also, I was communicating with, trying to communicate with celebrities and people who are influencers, but I realized that really is the wrong way of going about it. It's the old way of going about it, you know? If I could get George Clooney to mention my product idea, then I will become a millionaire. No, I shouldn't have done that. I should have gone to the audience and the 10 people who joined, the 20 people who joined, the 50, now the 100 people who joined, just to convince you to share the idea and to talk about it with friends and to get you excited about what we could do. I should really be focusing almost all of my intention on the group as opposed to trying to get other people to talk about the idea or to get on board. So that was another mistake that I made. And something else that I learned, I should focus really, even if it's just, 100 people, to focus on those 100 people instead of trying to get, Will Smith or something. All right, so those are the things that I learned. Also, I'll save that for later. All right. So yeah, I want to keep black people in the news. I want to keep, I don't want it to be forgotten. To me, the way I feel, if you can solve anyone's problem, you're solving everyone's problem, right? If you solve a problem for the black community, well, looky who, it's not just the black community who can use it, it's everybody who can use it, right? If you solve a problem for women, if you solve a problem for Asians, if you solve a problem for whoever, when you create a product or service, when you create a solution for one thing, it doesn't just stay within that one thing, the solution spreads. And so let's solve one problem and then we'll move on to the next. Okay, I'm going to read your comments here. So we got Facebook user says, "Oh, you'll be surprised about how evil Facebook ads are." I'm learning about it. All my Facebook ads in the past were pretty, comedy or motivational speaking or something. I never had to deal with any social issues, but yeah, I'm pretty surprised by it. And it seems to be getting worse. I don't think this was the case last year, but it's getting worse. Sam says, "You can see who's chatting if you go to the Facebook group and see the comments on the live video." All right, let me go to the live video. Oh, was I just on the regular Facebook page? Let me go to the group. Thank you for that, Samantha. Producer Samantha is on the ball. Go to groups. There we go. Oh, is that why it says Facebook user? Because it's private? User here says, "I think about it all." All right. We've got Elvira. Is that Elvira who's chatting? Oh, it's Elvira who's chatting. Elvira thinks about it all the time. Oh, you'll all be surprised by how evil Facebook ads are. Yeah, look, I've heard about it, but I just never thought that something like Black Money Matters would just, you can't advertise that. Elvira says, "Well, if you had an influencer among your friends who could introduce you to a big audience, that'd help." Yeah, definitely. If you can be introduced by an influencer, that would help. That's another thing I have to remind myself of, and I have to, that's another aspect that I have to really remember. I'm not a social guy, okay? You see my house here? You see, I'm here by myself, 99, well, it's COVID time, so I'm by myself, but usually I'm by myself. I spend most of my time alone. I spend it with the wonderful Samantha Barley, and I spend it alone. I'm not a social guy. I'm not on social media. I don't chat with a bunch of people. I just, all my social things is very difficult to do. I'm not a social guy. So if pairing with people, if you are a social person and you're interested in committing more time, a little bit more time to Black Money Matters, I could really use your help. Whether that's to connect to networks, or if you have a network of your own, I'd be absolutely interested in sharing what I have to share with your network, because I'm just not good at it, and I'll give you all the credit and showcase you any way that I can, of course. So I should ask for more help, and I was trying to become more social, but I'm just not able to do it. I can come up with an idea, I can be entertaining. When I go to do my work, I'm just so focused on other things, and I'm not focused on people, and it's a challenge for me. So I learned that about myself. What else is she saying? Let's see. Samantha says you could. Okay, I read that. Elvira is someone else. It was Elvira and someone else waved. Okay, thank you for the waves. Thank you for that. Thank you, Sam. Elvira says it's about posting something daily, doing TikToks or whatever people follow nowadays. If you are just an average, normal, social human being, posting every day, being on Facebook, going on TikTok, for you, that to you seems like a no-brainer. It seems like so easy. It's like no trouble at all. Of course you can do that just once a day. Me? I am so not social that even posting every day is not even something that flows with me. It just doesn't connect in my head. I don't know why. It's like social media is like an anathema to me. I'm using social media in order to do this idea that I'm doing here, but it's like, I know it's good. It's just, I'm not really. It's like somebody tells you about Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies. You're like, oh, crypto, yeah, I should do it. But that's to me social media. It's like, yeah, I know I should be social, but when you post stuff online, then you've got to interact with the comments. I posted on Twitter. Man, I got some hate comments. You post something and 4 of the comments are like, "Shut the hell up," and "I hate you," this is racist. Like, it's tough, and I'm not so motivated by social things that I'm willing to do that. I'm gonna learn, but it's tough for me. So yeah, of course, doing something daily is really important. Facebook is changing too quickly. Work in progress, one step at a time. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Yeah, I'll do Facebook Lives. Who says they don't have the nerve? Oh man, just says Facebook user. I can't. I should turn it up here. Who wrote that? I don't know who wrote that. Somebody wrote that I do Facebook Lives. I don't have the nerve. Yeah, I rather do it live. You know why I do it live? I'm a video editor, and what I realize is that I'm a video editor among other things. When you do something live, it's done. Like, it's online. I have to go and edit the video and then put it up online, and then it's delayed by a few hours, a day or two. Right now, I just do this and it's live. And then I can take that live recording and I can go and edit that to my heart's content. But it's live. I love being live and having it done. Plus, it gives you the freedom to be imperfect. You record a video and you mess up your sentences and you want to start over. I don't do that live. I lose my train of thought. I mess up my words. I just move on. And because it's live, I feel like people accept it more. So you feel like you don't have the nerve to do it. I like live way better than doing things recorded. It just feels more natural to me. It feels like, and I like the presence of people, especially this age of COVID. I love being live. Social media is the way now. Yep, it is the way. And I'm learning it. I'm not good at receiving negative comments either. That can ruin my day. You know what? It didn't ruin my day because, I sort of expect it. But what kind of ruins my day, in a sense, is that I want to respond to the negative comments, especially if they're well-crafted negative comments. Like on Reddit, I got some well-crafted negative comments. I'll spend, too long replying to them because it's there. And when other people see it, I want them to see my response as well. It's like when you look at a review for a company online and then somebody writes a negative review and then the owner of the company doesn't respond to it. You're like, what's this guy doing? Why doesn't he respond to the negative review? Doesn't he know that the 1 star is just sitting here without any context? So I respond to negative comments, not on Twitter, not really, but on Reddit and other places. I respond to negative comments, and that can ruin my day. But it's fine. That's fine. Ruin my day. Who cares? I'm not that sensitive. It gets me, but I like being gotten to, and I like dealing with people, especially negative situations, because it causes me to learn more of who I am and to figure out who I am and to be more clarifying with my position, with what I'm presenting. So I like that. Thank you for your comments. Really like that. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. I won't keep you here much longer. I want to let you know what's coming up for Black Money Matters. So, is it over? Not by a long shot. Not by a long shot at all. Not at all. I don't know what that voice was, but it's something. Bad Guru was coming out there. I was kind of getting riled up. What's next for Black Money Matters? Well, February 28th is here, and in a few short hours, it will be gone. But we are still on board for creating 3 Black millionaires. All right. Why 3? Because if it's just 1, it's going to be harder to pick. If it's 3, then people might go, oh, I don't like that one. I don't like the one. I like that one. All right. So 3 Black millionaires, I think it's a pretty good point. Plus, I'm obsessed with the number 3. Don't ask. So we're moving forward in Black Money Matters. It's an ongoing process. So we have another milestone here. Our next milestone is 200,000 members. So right now we've got 100 members in the group. Our goal is to get to 200,000 members. And at 200,000 members, we make our first Black millionaire. All right, 200,000 people, $5, that's $1 million. $10, that's $2 million. So $5 to $10. 200,000 members is our first goal. I believe if we reach 200,000, we'll reach to 400,000. That's the way I see it. Okay, but 200,000 is our attainable goal. We reach 200,000 members, and we can make our first Black millionaire. So if you haven't joined the group, if you're watching this and you're not in the Black Money Matters group on Facebook, freaking go ahead and do it. Okay, go over to facebook.com/happyforachange. Actually, the group is I got the links right here. Facebook.com/groups/Black Money Matters. Join this group right here. And once we reach 200,000 members, we will create our first Black Millionaires. If you don't want to join Facebook, you don't like Facebook, you're not on Facebook, I get it. You can go to youtube.com/happyforchange and just become a subscriber on our YouTube channel. When the time is right, I will post a video letting you know how we're going to do this. So you don't necessarily have to be in the Facebook group if you don't want to be in the Facebook group. You can just subscribe on YouTube to the channel generally. And also be sure to share this video and Black Money Matters in the group with someone smart, not dumbass people who are going to waste my time with their stupid comments, not people who can't think through something. Okay. We don't need stupid people in the group who are just like, ugh. We need people who are smart, who recognize a good idea, who can figure out details on their own. Look, maybe I'm not explaining every single freaking detail, but if somebody recognizes that making a Black millionaire will lead to other good things, making a Black millionaire is going to train us into a behavior that is necessary for the Black community and for everybody at whole, they're smart, and you should share it with them. So please do that. All right. What else I gotta say? Thank you for being here. Thank you to Afra. Thank you to Samantha. Thank you to Elvira. Thank you to Joanne. Thank you to everybody. Maybe I can't see your names, everybody. Let me go over to Facebook and make sure that you're there. Thank you to everybody who's watching. Wow, it still says 0 viewers for me here, but I can see online that there are viewers. All right, so a few things I want to mention. I need recommendations for millionaires, Black millionaires. All right. I am not plugged into Black culture, Black community, or anything like that. Okay. I deal with computers and technology. I talk to the internet, but I'm not plugged into community. So if you're in a Black community, especially if you're like working, you're an activist, or someone who's working in the Black community, and someone who either has a project idea or a business they've already started who could be made a Black millionaire, please send them my way. I'm looking for recommendations. I will prioritize recommendations that come from the group. If you've joined the group and you are sending me a recommendation, I will prioritize that. You can post that in the group. Posts have to be approved, but if you post that in the group, I'll see it. And so I'll see it there. You can send me a message directly. You can send a message anywhere. Post it as a comment, send it on a message, send it on YouTube, send it on Twitter, anywhere you can find me. I am Bad Guru, happy for a change, Black Money Matters. I'm looking for recommendations. I need to know who makes a Black millionaire, okay? I have my ideas. I want someone in Minnesota. That's where George Floyd was killed, just to honor where the idea came from, who inspired me for this idea. Minnesota. Then I want someone who's like, it doesn't have to be an entrepreneur, right? If it's an entrepreneur in Minnesota, that's great. They can create jobs in their community. If the second person can be maybe someone in need, maybe a single mother. I grew up with a single mother. I have a warm spot in my heart for single mothers who are struggling, single parents who are struggling. So maybe it's someone who is not going to create a business, but it's just to show our love and compassion for Black people. And then I want it to be a random person, but I don't know. Random might break lottery laws, so I'm still trying to figure that out. But if you have any recommendations, please send them over to me. Next milestone is 200,000 members. Don't remember that. Okay, what else do I have here? I'm just looking at my notes here. Keeping track, blah, blah. Black Money Matters is about upstream solutions. Remember that? It's an upstream solution. We're trying to get to the root. And what I'm trying to train people to do is train them to a behavior and a way of seeing the world. Too many of us feel ourselves disconnected from the economy, disconnected from the world around us. But you're not disconnected. You are integral. You matter. Your attention matters. And when we start making Black millionaires simply by our own will, just because we tapped on a phone and made it happen, when you start realizing how easy it is for us to do something like that, that's going to open up a whole world of opportunities, Not only that, my ultimate goal with Black Money Matters is to create a Black Money Matters app. So when we get this idea off the ground, when we get 200,000 members, I will be able to create an app that will make this a lot easier, a way of a voting system and all that cool stuff. So we're going to have a whole ecosystem for that. But upstreaming solutions is about creating a behavior in people's minds that shows them that we can do more. Okay, and if you get excited about this, it's not just about Black people; it's about everything. So it's about creating that behavior. And yes. We will, if you are involved in the crypto community, and you create applications or anything like that, I would so love to talk to you. If there's any way that this idea can be cryptified, Bitcoinized, if there's any way we can use Bitcoin or crypto in order to make this a reality, I know of cool implementations of Ethereum, of Bitcoin, of crypto. If there's some platform or some tool, some developer out there who can help, I'm totally on board with collaborating with you. So contact me. Anywhere that you can find me on Facebook is a great place. I want to get crypto in on this. If you don't know about crypto, I'm not going to bore you with this now, but the potentials are really incredible. And I think it might be a simple way for us to get this done in a really exciting way. So crypto out there, please contact me. I'm a novice when it comes to crypto, but I would totally love to talk to anyone out there who's interested in crypto, who can help me combine crypto with this idea in order to make it more powerful. I want to create, Black Money Matters is my first sort of foray into what I call a decentralized company. All right. If you've heard of DeFi, decentralized finance, that's the crypto community. I'm creating a decentralized company. Instead of building up a company and having employees and working in an office or whatever it is we want to do in order to create this Black Money Matters phenomenon, this app, I want it to be decentralized. Like what we're learning now because of the pandemic is that you don't need people in a building necessarily, right? You don't need people to be physically there. You don't need to pay for travel and transportation. You don't need to pay for office space and all that stuff. We're learning that we can actually use the parts that are available to us in a decentralized fashion. So if we want to make this happen, I could create a company and get funding and get this done. But really what I want is for the company to be us, decentralized. You'll do as much or as little as you want to, and enough of us participating will be able to accomplish the same thing that a company can accomplish without all the hassle and the paperwork and the bureaucracy that goes with it. Our will directly to the world. We want to create a Black millionaire. Instead of creating a company in order to get this done, and instead of creating an investment firm or some angel investing platform, we can invest in Black people and Black entrepreneurs and Black ideas and Black people directly just by sending them our money. Decentralized company. That's what I'm working on. That's how I see Black Money Matters. And I see you and everybody who participates in this as part of the company, as part of this decentralized company. That's what I'm trying to do. So the more people we get into this company, the more powerful we all become and the more we can realize this dream, this mission, this idea. All right, and lastly, I need your help. I need your help. I need your help to get this done. I am not a social person. I am learning. I'm getting better. I'm doing my best. I'm not doing my best, but I'm getting there. But I need your help. So this thing doesn't happen. The thing with the company and everything is that people are motivated by the salary they're going to get. They're motivated by the paycheck. They're motivated by their status. We have to be self-motivated here. It's one of the hiccups, the hard parts with a decentralized company. We have to be motivated by ourselves. If you like the idea of making a Black millionaire, if you want to participate in that, help me. I could really use your support. So whether that's contributing to our Patreon at patreon.com/happyforachange for as little as $5 a month, even $1 a month, $1 a month will make a difference. You can do that on patreon.com/happyforachange, or just joining the Happy for a Change audience or the Black Money Matters group on facebook.com/happyforachange, or joining us, subscribing on YouTube. When you subscribe over on YouTube, you actually give me energy, you give me clout, you give me power. So go over to youtube.com/happyforachange and just subscribe there. You can subscribe, you don't even have to hit the bell to get notifications, but just having you as a subscriber really, really does help. So how can you help? Become a subscriber on YouTube, join the groups on facebook.com/happyforachange, become a patron over on patreon.com/happyforachange. $5 would really make a lot of help. But most importantly, share this idea with someone you think might be interested. Look, I'm not pretending to be the guy who knows everything and I'm the Black guy who's going to help the Black community. Like, I'm not that guy, okay? I'm not connected to the Black community. I don't care so much about social justice issues. I want the world to be a better place, and I care about solving problems. That's all I really care about. Some people might consider me to be conservative. Other people might consider me to be liberal. I'm really about solving problems. That's all I really care about. I wake up every single morning, every single day, and I try to give my attention over to making the world a better place by finding upstream solutions to concrete real-world problems. I feel like too many people are brawling in the dirt, and I want to rise us above all the problems to a new level of solution so we can use the technology that we have today not to tear us down and not to destroy our minds, but in order to build us up and to create a constructive world. And if you want to be a part of that, I could really use your help. There, I asked for your help. There we go. Marvel says, Marvel, I appreciate the simplified way you explained a different idea to helping Black people. As we know, this fight is bigger than us alone, but together we can all accomplish great things with new proactive approaches like this. Marvel, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. That's exactly how I feel, and I'm very happy that you see it that way. I'm getting better and better explaining this idea, folks, and I'm not gonna stop. I'm not ever gonna stop. Okay. Black Money Matters. I'm very excited about the idea. Luke is here. And Luke, haha, yes, I was naming a bunch of people and Luke is still watching over there on YouTube. Thank you so much, Luke, for watching. Thank you to everybody who's watching. Marvel, Luke, Elvira, Samantha, Heather, did I say Heather? Everyone who's watching, everybody who's watching, I really appreciate. Joanne, thank you for watching the show. Really appreciate it. Not a show, this clip. And that's it. I'm not going to keep you for much longer. How long have you been online? 50 minutes or so. I think it's time to go. If you have any questions, I'm going to linger for the next few seconds. If you have any questions, feel free to post them down below and I'll answer them. Samantha, if I forgot to say something, if there's something I should say, I think I said everything. Call to action. Black Money Matters. New goal. 200,000 members. We can do this, right? We're at 100 members right now. We can get to 1,000 and then we can get to 200,000. We can get this done. And as long as we get enough people into the group, there's no telling what we can do, folks. And if you have any other ideas, let me know. If you're out there, you're creative, you got some special spark in your mind, you have some way to apply this, please feel free to message me. I'm totally interested in what you have to say. This is a community-driven effort. It's people power, and I am immensely interested in people power. So if you have something to say, please let me know. Send me a message, and we'll talk about it. All right, Samantha Barley posted our link tree in the description down below. So if you want to get the links to everything that I said, you can just check down in the comments in the description down below, and everything's there. Thank you very much. Thank you, Samantha Barley, self-discovery life coach extraordinaire, also being a producer of the show. We got clips over on YouTube. Folks, have you been watching our clips over on YouTube? We got Black Money Matters there, Happy for Change, and all the rest of it. That's it for me. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Peter Hartman. Black Money Matters. 200,000 members. We make our first Black millionaire. It's not over, folks. It's not over. Let's make it happen. Thanks for watching. All right, I think that's it. My goodness, specifically to the people in the Black Money Matters Facebook group. Oh, thank you so much for joining. Oh my God, I'm so happy that you're there. Oh my goodness. I cannot wait to show you what we can do. I see a vision for the future of mankind. I see a future for us. And this is just the babyest step in that direction. If we can get this done, the floodgates open and what's coming is incredible. Want to find out more about what's coming? youtube.com/happyforachange. Subscribe and hit that little bell so that you know when we post a video and when we go live. Stay in this group, invite someone else to it. Thanks for watching.